Today the doors are coming off. We hope. I'm going to put the forks underneath there to hold the door up, and then I'm going to knock the bolts out. And I already got the nuts and stuff off, and hopefully catch it on the forks. That's the plan. Well, the doors are off. That went actually really well. Yanked those hinges off. Those hinges are really big. They are off of old walk-in cooler. This is my siding installation crew. My son and my wife, they are doing a perfect job. You put a level on it, it's even level. I'm doing the cutting, and all we have is the very back to do, which is I can do by myself, but all this big stuff, just impossible to do by yourself. But it's coming out absolutely wonderful. We'll get this side, get all the three major sides done today. Siding is done. Everything's trimmed out. And need to do caulking, but that's about it. And staining, of course. Came out really nice. Very, very happy with the product here. Very happy. Okay, well, first coat of stain is done everywhere on the shop. And there you go. What do you think? It's looking pretty doggone good. We'll let it dry for a day or two, probably, and then a number 2 coat. So, yeah. Looks pretty good. We got 3 coats on the fascia boards, though, because out here on the end, there's the fascia boards, and the barge rafters. But fascia boards are going to have gutters, so we want those coated up. I'll probably put another coat even on as I'm painting, do one more. But looking pretty nice. And I think it's going to darken a little more with the stain. Now the stain is a teak. They're the teak color it's Sikkens. I'll show you that or give that information in the description of what stain it is. But yeah, it's looking good. Looking really good. Now with the painting all done, we can get the masking off here. Pull all this stuff off. Got a couple drips on the windows, but that's okay. We'll clean those up. Anyway, so on the walls, we have the backs of the boards were stained to help seal them. Then there's Roscoe. And the outside, we put some of the boards had a little bit of real clear stain on them that we had left over, but for the most part, most of it was not stained. So we put 2 coats of the Sikkens stain on, and just beautiful. I did not use their log and siding sealer coating. I could have, but I haven't found the need yet to do that with this stuff. Couple coats of the stain, and that's what they suggested, 2 coats. And this is brushed on, all hand brushed. They don't recommend spraying the stain itself. Now their log and siding sealer coat you can spray, but this stuff they recommend to hand brush. I don't know if they still do, but they used to guarantee their stain. If you hand brushed it and applied it the way they want or the way they recommend, they would guarantee it. But you know, I've never seen this stain fail. It's very, very good stuff. So the outside of the painting is all done, 2 coats everywhere. And now it's time for gutters. I have them all prepped and ready to go. And then I'm using the K-type galvanized. I'm not painting them or anything. That's what I have on the house, and they look just fine. We're happy with that. And the door seal, the weather strip trim around the door needs to go on. And then basically the outside is complete, all the exterior. And then it will be on to electrical. So we'll get that going. Anyway, that's about where we stand here. So we'll move on to electrical, of course, like I said, after the gutters here. I'm just going to do a quick walk around for you guys. Now the sun is really bright out. You can see how above the roof, above the old shop roof, we have that space, and that's all done up there. What a pain painting that. I lay on my back, and that was just a pain. But we'll just do a quick walk around for you. Hopefully it stays in focus a bit. A little glare. I don't try to get rid of the glare. It's the front. I'm going to put 3 outside lights out here, LED flood type lights. And then the other side over here. I think it came out really, really nice. It's not, of course, as dark as the original shop, but it looks just beautiful. I wish the original shop looked like this. It kind of used to, but over the years it has darkened, and it's just the way it is. It's a different wood. It's cedar versus this is pine. Now I used the teak color on this. It was a little browner stain, and it kind of looks pretty orangey, but it's more of a browny orange. It really looks nice. So here's the gutters I'm using. These are together. This is called the K-type, and they are 5 inches deep, and the top is about 4 inches wide, and the bottom's 2.5 inches wide. And I've already put in the ends and a coupling on one of them. Now, and then I use the sealant to seal them on. I goop it in the joint, put it on, and I pop rivet them on. And the same with the coupling. A couple pop rivets in there. These are 3/16, so kind of a bigger pop rivet, and these are 1/8 pop rivets. And it just makes them stand up, to the snow, and if you get a little ice in them or anything like that. So far they stand up really well on the house, and we have a metal roof up there. Up here the snow won't slide off of the comp roof, and they'll fill up with snow and they'll freeze and all that. But so far I haven't had any problems or damage or anything, so They work pretty good. But I do all this stuff here on the ground, put all the fittings you can on. Now the downspout, I need to punch a hole for that, but I want to get it in the spot that's going to work out the best. I'm going to have them drain right into the other gutter on the other on the shop, and then use the downspouts there. That way I don't have to put a downspout on here, and I think it'll handle all the volume. I have double downspouts on the shop ones. Other than that, we're ready to put them up. This is the clamp or the mounting bracket that I like to use. They have about 4-inch screw on there, and that slips over that edge in the back and hooks up underneath the lip here in the front. Hooks up in underneath there and slips over the edge, and then you drive that screw in. These help. They don't allow them to spread apart, and it makes them super strong. These are awesome mounts. Really, they work really well. You'd swear you could hang on the gutters with these things. And I'll put them on there every 2 feet, 30 inches or so. Yep, setting the cameras. You know, takes me 3 times longer to do a job. Yeah, I think that's aimed. There we go. Now I'll be using an impact driver. These are awesome. If you don't have one, you need one. They're awesome. Lots of different brands. I use Bosch. I've had really great performance out of Bosch tools. I usually wear them out before they even break. And you know, lithium batteries and all that good stuff. And these are just awesome. I've had these for years now. And a lot of times the DeWalt's don't seem to last, but the Bosch ones are really great. Anyway, this is going to go up here, and now there's metal drip edge up here, and this is going to slip underneath the metal drip edge. Okay, so I forgot to turn the camera on. Anyway, you'll see the next one be put up. This one's up, and you'll see how these clamps sit in here, and they lock in underneath here, and then you crimp this so they stay in place, and they slip up underneath the drip edge and screw on in. And you keep it nice and straight by adjusting your screws so they're tight and the gutter stays straight. Now, we'll put the other one up and you'll see that. All right, now we got both cameras on. Now I put the clamps on prior to bringing it up, or the hangers I guess are really called, probably hangers. Now this is going to be the harder one to put on because we have to slip it into the coupling. So you have to get it all in place, and then you got to get it out there, pried up, and slipped in. And I did not bring a screwdriver. Like I said, this is not particularly easy here with one person doing this part. Yeah, I got it. I'm getting it going. I'm getting it up underneath the drip edge. I got the drip edge on there kind of tight, so it's a little snug fit, but it's going. Now, yeah, there's a lot of friction here, so that is helping hold it up right now. Now, getting this joint together is a lot more difficult. I don't know if I can show that or not, but it's rather difficult, but I will get it together. It's going slowly, but surely it is going. So, as soon as this last little edge I can get caught, it will slip together all the way. There we go. Perfect. Just perfect. Okay, we got that slipped in there nice and tight, and just all the couplers, or all the hangers are in place. I'm going to pull this one here in the middle and screw it in. Now the coupling, I'll seal that up. The one side only needs to be sealed. All the rest is already done. And right here at the coupling, now this part here folds over, so what I did is I kind of just bent it over with my hands to help it align the last little bit. And I just pick a pair of channel locks and kind of roll this. I'm sure there's a tool for this or something, I don't know. But this is what I do. And I just crimp that. That will hold that together. And we're good. We'll just seal that up. I have some gutter seal stuff here. DOSI gutter seal stuff. It's a silicone. It stays kind of flexible type of material. And I just squeeze it down in here into the joint and smear it with my finger, push it in. I mean, this stuff works good. It really seals it good, and just push it into the joint and smooth it out. Especially since the gutters are clean and dry. I'm not having to do this when it's wet, so that's always good. There you go. You can kind of see down there a little bit. And nice straight gutter, pretty straight enough. And I think this is going to work. Now for the other side. Okay, I have all the gutters in. So this is the other side. Nice and straight, came out great. I actually got my wife to help me with the second piece on this side. So that slipped right in like in 2 seconds. But yeah, all in. And I use a 1/4 inch like hardware cloth down in my, just rolled up, and that catches most of the debris, and if it fills up too much, it will just overflow. That works really well with pine needles and stuff. And then here's a little temporary, and might be permanent. We'll see how this works out. Just drains into this other gutter. I got this back in, downspout down there, and then we'll have a drain pipe like that in here to carry all the water away. So that's the gutters. Went pretty quick and easy. We'll move on to the next project. All right, this is how I tied this one in. This is the entry door side. Put the other gutter back in, cut it to the right length, and just drop that one in right into the gutter also. Now my downspouts come down and all go underground and drain out together down over here and come out down there where that little green patch of grass is, and it runs on down the hill. Works really well. I did that. I set that all up last summer, and works really good. So we'll hopefully get all the water going away. I need to put a draft seal that goes on here, and they provided these. It's a really nice galvanized sheet metal. There's this little, that's like 2.5 inches by 5/8 or something, and that's going to go on here like so, and it looks real nice. Then a seal strip that slips onto this. I have to cut it. This will slip onto there and seals against the door. It's kind of a draft dust seal, and this is what kind of looks like there. This part slips into the sheet metal, and this goes against the door. So we're going to attach that. Okay, I'm going to put these strips up with these number 8 Teak screws. Now I marked this out, so there's these holes in here, and so I marked it out so I don't hit those. And if I just keep dropping the screws, there won't problem. I only have a few left to put in. Stuff's kind of stiff, but it should go on there. Kind of got the curls, obviously. It, and I'm going to try to cut this. Should be able to cut it. Big pair of tin snips here. Perfect. Couple more hot days and it'll probably be straightened out real nice. That came out good. Now we'll just roll the door down, see how that works. Oh yeah. Yeah, it sits right against that insulation. Actually pretty nice. Just right. I think once it gets warmer and straightens out, it'll be a little better even, but yeah, nice little draft seal. All right, so what I did is I've marked a rib right here. When you roll the door all the way down, that rib is where we need to mount it. You hold the seal up there and figure out what rib to mount it on. And I've marked it about every foot, a little over every foot, and along here to put the screws. We're mounting it with a large 1/4 inch by 3/4 Teak screw with a washer. Now that will roll around, and when the door is all the way closed, seal outside. That seems to seal up just good. And that seems to seal just fine. There we go. All right, another item done. I've started on the electrical, and we have light switches, 110 receptacles, 220 receptacles going on around. All the way around there. Now, I still have a few wires to run here, some home runs to make, and I have all the ones all done around over here, right up to where my panel is. Now, we'll talk a little more in detail about the electrical later, but I do have some of it going. I have to get another roll of wire, and this is a 125 amp panel, but I'm only going to be running 50 amps to it. But I wanted the number of circuits. These panels these days are dirt cheap. This was like $56 or something for the panel. So, that way I have a lot of circuits. I can have independent circuits for all the 220 and, for each machine, and several receptacle circuits, all 20 amp receptacle circuits, and things like that. Now I still don't have all my boxes in. I have my outside boxes to install, wires to run for that, and a couple more lights and things like that. Now this is the old exterior wall. The doors are gone, and what I'm deciding to do is I'm going to fur this wall out 1.5 inches, put some new trim around the doorway, and then it will have a covering of 1/2 inch Doug fir, sanded one side plywood, all the walls, and I'll go over that. And this is going to allow me to run wires down the walls. I'm designing a door system here, going to probably make my own roller type doors, 3 sections, and all roll off into the corner on that side. 3 panels that will come out and close this off. Insulated, I'm going to make them lightweight and things like that. So they'll be able to just pull across or open one, whatever you want to do. And over on this side, over here, I'll be able to run wiring right down on the outside, and it'll be covered up. and I'll have receptacles and a light switch on that wall. I'm going to have a bench over there. So we'll go over layout next time around probably. That's probably enough for this update. And we're really going along really well. The most I can do is about a video a week on this. It takes me all week to get enough done to show you type of thing. It's been so blazing hot. It's unbelievable hot. But I'm trudging away and getting things done. So thank you for watching. Please stick with me. I've been gaining subscribers, but please stick with me, and we'll have back into machining in no time. And especially once we get the machines moved and things like that. I'll probably get a few friends over when we finally get to the moving machine day. But it's not too far off. I have all the ceiling material except for insulation. I haven't bought the insulation yet, but I have the ceiling material that's going to go up. That will probably take me a couple days to do. I'll probably con my son into helping a little bit on that. But I have all the material, so I want to get this wiring in. I want to get my ducts in, heating ducts in. I'll pick up that material soon. I had to order some of the parts. So I got to get all that in the attic. I want to get all the in the attic stuff done before I put the ceiling in. And that way I don't have to go back up there. It's going to be rather difficult to climb around up there. So anyway, thanks you guys. Thanks for watching, and stick with me.